You've got 2 kids.
I do, yeah.
How old now?
They are 25 and 23, just coming up to 23.
How often do you hear from a 25 and a 23-year-old?
I mean, I would say enough. No, it's interesting that, because sometimes you think, oh, I haven't heard from them in a little while. Is that bad parenting on my part? Or is it bad childrening on their part? And then I think back to when I was 25, how often I talked to my mum.
Yeah.
Maybe like once a month.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have email back in those days.
Yeah.
And I just thought, and that seemed to work out all right. I still love her. She still loves me.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. So you have to slightly go, oh, it's okay that there'll be a few days go by and you haven't spoken to them or messaged them. But no, I hear from them a lot, which is lovely. And one of them's just around the corner from us, which is good. But no, honestly, it's great. I love that they're out there in the world. I love that they're self-funding.
They're not like looking at the book charts going, Dad.
Yeah, come on, mate. Come on, mate. Do us a favour.
You're saying what Julie Donaldson's kids driving around.
Yeah. I'll say, yeah, you seen the house she lives in, though? Come on, mate. No, it's great. You know, I did your live show, and the one thing I felt I could pass along to that audience, because they look knackered.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I mean, listen, they were making noise, but a lot of it was sort of, what? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a tough gig, because everyone in that room wants to go to bed.
Oh, they're
deep down. That's
I tell you, Manford is the only person I've seen start his show with, just so you know, we'll be done by 9:45.
Yeah.
Do you know what? And he's right to do it, because TV shows, you always know when they're finished.
Yes.
But you go and see live shows like theatre sometimes.
Oh,
you have to
hate
look it up and just go, 3 hours?
Oh, my God. That's why I've never go to Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, no, I never would.
No,
I never would.
No, thank you.
It's too long.
Yeah.
Do 45 minutes.
Oh, and he would love it, wouldn't he? If he did. I'd never go over 10 p.m. with my shows, my tour shows. It's too much.
Start at 9:30, don't you?
Yeah.
9:45 sometimes. Probably like 15 minutes of gold. Everyone goes home.
That's why I love Edinburgh, 'cause it's an hour, and that's about the amount of time you should watch someone.
Yes, I agree.
I think maybe a little interval or something. But yeah, where did we get onto this?
You were talking to the crowd. Obviously, they had younger kids. A lot of the audience.
Yes,
Parenting Hell Live.
Yes,
but yeah, some of your advice was quite.
Yeah, no,
quite good.
I was saying that because it's hard with young kids, and it really is hard. So if people are feeling bad about themselves, really don't. There's very few harder things psychologically, emotionally, and just physically than bringing up kids, especially if you've got a few of them or if you're doing it by yourself. But people always say, never ends though. Honestly, it never ends. Once you've got them, that's it forever. It's just, listen, it changes, but it's always as hard. And that's absolute bullshit. It gets so much easier at pretty much every turn. You know, when you go to school, it gets a bit easier, but then you've got, I've got to do nativity plays. And
there's a bit of admin, and they've got swimming, picking up.
Day and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, as soon as they're old and they just hang out with their mates, and you're like...
But even school is easy. Like, you're going... All right, so I've got to do a school run and then I'm up against it and then maybe I'll have to work this evening. But then when they go to sleep tonight, they're asleep.
Yeah.
Why do they wake up every 2 hours?
Yeah,
like
that
my
is
mates
so
are going for at the moment with
Don't.
babies.
Because it gets to the point where your kids start waking up at midday because they're teenagers, or they get up at like 2 p.m. And there's a certain type of parent, of course, who's like, no, we must wake them up because we've got to go hiking. But if you're not that sort of parent, and I am not, you look at your watch, you go, it's 2 p.m. I've watched the Saturday lunchtime football game
Dream.
already, and he's not even awake yet.
It's great. It makes me feel better about myself if someone's still asleep. Like, I'm like, right, I'm getting stuff done.
Yeah, and also you're the protector of the house.
Yeah.
You know, people are sleeping upstairs. If someone were to burst in, you're there.
Yeah, unless it's a really good bit of football.
Oh, yeah, then he's upstairs.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they leave. And of course, that has some sadnesses to it, but also I'm struggling to think of one. But you
Did
still
you
love
cry
them.
when you dropped them at
They
uni?
still love you. That's a very, very good question. Yeah, uni's an interesting one because that's the first time it's like a soft launch.
Yeah.
You know, like when a restaurant has a soft launch and it's cheaper.
Yeah.
You sort of get over some of that stuff. But when they're at uni and then you remember you at uni or starting your first job, and you think that's life. They're finding life. They're enjoying life. They're meeting people. They're doing interesting things.
And learning. You can only learn from doing it yourself, making mistakes. Because you think, don't do that or wear that or go there. That's not... But they have to learn themselves.
I mean, if you're a parent who micromanages, then I guess it would be an issue. But you mustn't micromanage kids because they're going to end up doing the thing that they want to do.
I have quite a laid-back attitude to kids, and like with screen time and stuff like that.
I've taken this with me since we did the live show.
Good. Yeah. Well, like people go, honestly, they're on their iPads all day, or they're looking. You think, good. Yeah, that's fine. The money that's been spent on entertainment for those kids, and everything on the internet, the entire knowledge of the entire world is there. When I grew up, we had 3 TV channels, and that was brilliant.
Yeah.
But they got everything. Of course, let kids watch stuff. I grew up watching telly, and that's what my job was in the end. So long as they're actively watching, as long as they're interested, as long as they're asking questions.
You don't put like a child in a high chair with the telly on and it can't, like when they're older and they actively can choose it.
Yeah, if they want to watch Peppa Pig, great. What a great thing to watch. It seems fun. Sandra Armstrong does one of the voices, doesn't he?
Of course he does. Of course he does.
He'll go hiking. Get up, kids.
No, he wouldn't go hiking.
Doesn't he go hiking?
Well, if he goes hiking, it would be for a Channel 5 documentary.
Of course, yes, absolutely.
He didn't go hiking without getting paid for hiking.
Yeah, monetise their hobbies, that's what I say.
But so they came along I was like 27, so none of my friends were having kids.
Yeah.
What was that like socially?
Yeah, I would rather my friends were having kids at the same time.
Yeah.
I would say that, because it sort of shares the burden, but that's why people encourage you to have kids.
Yeah.
If anyone's out there thinking, I don't know if I should have kids, and all their friends go, do you know what? I think it would really complete you. I think you'd make a great dad. What they're essentially saying is,
your life needs.
My life is hell.
Yeah. Come and join me.
Come and join me on the lifeboat. All I need is company.
I need people in the trenches with me.
Exactly. Yeah. I need someone I can drop my kid off every now and again. Just because they get on so well, don't they, our kids? Not really.
Not as well as us, but we have to put up with it because we're mates.
We went to see Barbie the other day, and when you see someone's facial expression, it brings everything back. So we go to see Barbie, and this woman with her daughter, and then his dad comes along with his daughter. And the daughters know each other, and they've gone, hey. And the guy's going, so I'll come back in sort of 2.5 hours or something. She's going, I'll take them for lunch afterwards as well. And he's going, oh great, so maybe I'll come back at 4ish or something, pick them up. And the mum's going, yeah. And the dad's going, okay. But the look on his face was like, sweet freedom.
Oh my
God.
4 o'clock, 4:35ish.
Yeah.
Well, actually, weirdly enough, I've got her overnight bag if she wasn't a sleepover.
But I remember that feeling so well. You think, you're going to take charge. Oh, great. So you take responsibility for my kids for a little bit. Oh, my God, have a sleep.
We're at the stage now where, and Josh is a little bit behind because he's got the younger ones, but they're becoming like sleepovers, friends coming over, and then also the, she said this, he did that, all that stuff. It's like complete bollocks, but it means a lot to them at that point. How did you, because you're very matter of fact and very chilled and stuff like that, did you just sort of ignore it and let them get on with it, or was you?
No, you have to, it's so important to them. It's their whole world. What someone said at school, it's like if you've just done a show and someone was horrible to you. Yeah. It's like, it's really...
Hang on, let me try.
Yeah.
I think I've done it.
Say Ron was just bullying you.
Yeah. Okay.
But, it's incredibly important. Your career is important. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
If you're thinking, we've got to do this tour, but actually, I want to do these venues, not these venues, and actually, if there's any way we can get the prices, and it's a huge thing for you, and you're ringing an agent and you're talking to your mates, I mean, that's meaningless as well. Yeah. It's just, you are you in this moment, and they are them in that moment. And so the thing that just happened at school is incredibly powerful. Yeah. So you just have to listen. Yeah. That's all you have to do, and very rarely give advice because, you can't
solve it for them.
You can never solve it. Also, the answer is, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Almost always. Because the answer to any of your problems is it doesn't matter, usually. And when there is a big problem, then it's a big problem and you deal with it together. But most of things that happen to all of us are just, we're obsessed with our own lives, right? And kids are just massive narcissists. Yeah. Aren't they? Because they don't know any better.
And that's the only thing that's going on is they haven't got anything else to plan or worry about. All people are sort of ruled by their own ego of well, they said that and they shouldn't say that to me. Yeah. Even grown-ups hear them and go, well, it's just principle of it. The principle of it.
But it's like if when you're your age and you're going, I can't believe that Declan Rice did this, and I don't know why he's playing at the centre of the midfield. He should be doing that, and that's because you know who Declan Rice is. But all they know are their teachers, and the other kids in their class, and occasionally there'll be a kid in the year above, and they'll be like, oh my God, this kid who was literally the most famous person in the world to your kid. Yeah.
When we was going on holiday, there was a guy, oh my God, it's so-and-so from year 6, and then year 3 and 1. I was like, and I go, go and say hello. I can't say hello, they're older.
I know. But it was like Brad Pitt's just walked in, you'd still be a bit, I can't go and say, but just like that for kids, isn't it? Their idea of fame.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?